it centers around a pizza delivery girl on her first night named Sam and her misadventures. Essentially, she comes across a satanic ritual and she unknowingly becomes their virgin sacrifice, and her fight throughout the night to keep her body and everything else intact.
Yeah, it sounds like such a like serious horror movie setting. Like,
but it's not serious.
No, it's not serious at all.
This is not serious.
But the whole concept of, yo, I'm just kind of like trying to do my job, and I was called out to this one location one night, but seems like a regular run of the mill. Oh my God, I seem to have run afoul of negative experiences of brewing. How am I gonna?
Fair. She took way too long to believe what was happening.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think that was a bit more of a realistic reaction. Where it's like you come across weirdos every day.
I don't know. At a certain point, I have to be like, I don't need a sheet monster to tell me that I'm under attack, and perhaps I should take that seriously.
Okay, no, you're right. Okay, in that respect, when supernatural stuff starts happening, yeah, that's when. But before then, when it's all just people being weird, it's just like
if you come across a group of people who believe something so hard,
you
just
get out.
need to flip towards their line of thinking. Like, okay, I need to think about what they think is happening, so I need to respond to that because that's their reality and that's how they're going to behave.
That's self-preservation. Hey, if you're in a room, in a room of like hardcore Tea Party members, you'd be like, oh yeah,
yes,
yeah, nah,
yes, we need less government. Yeah,
they're taking our
If
jobs.
you're feeling any tingle of fear anywhere in your body, leave.
Yeah, socialism bad. Yeah,
me and my jobs and my guns. Anyone brown is bad. What? No, it's a tan. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Just what?
We don't
I didn't
go crazy
shower
on
today.
spray
Don't
tan,
mind me.
Just gotta go.
Yeah, no, you were absolutely right. I don't know what her problem was. It's like all this evidence is right in your face.
Like you're piling up. Just believe that something bad is happening and move from there.
Yeah.
Stop believing that normal convention is going to help you.
Well, the whole like lack of realization that these aren't just like people who are a little too into their cosplay. Okay, something like sinister is happening here. Is, well, first of all, when they gas her, and I don't mean gaslight, I mean gas. And at some point she wakes up and still a little bit, but oh no, I actually really enjoyed this movie, man. I was surprised.
Yeah, no,
because the trailer does look funny, but when I realized it wasn't on some Shaun of the Dead level funny, I was ready to be like, oh, I feel like they gaslit me.
I feel like this is every horror movie that I've watched recently.
This here, really? Wait, why do you say that? Why do you say that?
It keeps being stuff like this. Like, it was Remember the Word last week.
Oh, well.
What's it called? I remember I was telling you that company that director also made that movie The Babysitter. And like it's a lot of movies like that. Whenever I watch horror lately, it's really horror wrapped in a dark comedy.
Well, I think we're seeing a lot of influence now in this generation from people who grew up watching things like trauma films and things like Hammer films. So a lot of that influence of, yes, it's horrible, but also let's get a little outlandish.
Oh my god, and it is outlandish.
Also, didn't the director of The Babysitter used to do music videos before this movie?
A lot of directors used to do music videos. So you're a director and you existed in the 80s and 90s.
You did music videos first.
Wait, does that mean
even Alton Brown did music videos?
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Hey, don't drag my man Alton's name into this though.
But because he's also a director and he used to do
I know that's his story is the coolest because it's like he just started off as kind of want to just work with cameras, live a nice quiet life. Now he's like this really famous, like he's famous for being cool at the most blasé stuff. That's what I really dig. It's like what I know about balsamic reductions and stuff. But you the man.
Because he's
like,
nerd goals.
Yeah, he's nerd goals.
Okay, you put a term on it, but yeah, no, we here. But no, I think it's the whole influence of those movies that, yes, they're horrible, but they know enough not to take themselves 100% serious, but still the horror feeling is there. I feel like that was a tougher balance to reach until we started getting the science down. Because now we get movies like Happy Death Day. The stupidest premise, the most annoying people, yet somehow an enjoyable ass film.
Yeah, because there may be a fine line between what amuses us and what scares us.
Yes, as we learned when we watched Stephen King's It, Part 1 and 2. And I remember your reaction all through part 2.
You had way too much fun. I feel like you had just as much fun watching me in the theater as you did watching
I'm imagining you're talking about the remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that miniseries. Watch that out of your
memory. Every jump scare got me, and so he had so much fun.
I'm sorry. It was a good ass time.
But they probably set those up so you knew that they were marking way in advance when a jump scare was gonna happen.
Yes, they did.
Like, I knew, I'm like, yep, here it is, and boom.
It's because you never know exactly
scary.
when it's going to come. You know it's coming, and that also kind of builds up the dread of, okay, there's something coming. I'm trying to be adventurous, but
I think the
coming.
thing that freaked me out the most was the naked old lady, like, duck walking in the background.
I love it.
I was like, oh no.
Well, when they revealed her because they did a film. Hold on, different movie. All right.
Yeah,
well, okay, with Satanic Panic, actually, they did a good job of like not telegraphing the jump scares so much.
No.
Like when she opened the door in the fridge. Well, first of all, this movie takes place in these lavish mansions. These people live in freaking Beverly Hills. Can suck it. This place was.
If any group of people was worshiping the devil, it would have to be the rich and affluent.
I guess so.
Like,
don't go to Connecticut.
Like, poor people, like, what deal are you making that you're still in the same poor place that you were yesterday?
Damn, you might have a point.
Your deal right if you're still in the slums.
Exactly.
Yeah, yo.
Like, you did not make a good deal. Like, no. And if you think about it, every time you see a movie like this or TV show, they're always rich and affluent. And it's like, oh, that's where it comes from.
Making deals with the devil.
Exactly.
All right, well, let me just go on record as saying that the Geek Down does not say specifically your God is the reason you're not doing well in life, because that's going to be a whole different slew of letters we'll get.
That,
but
people sold their souls to be rich and affluent.
Yeah, that's what happens in this movie. It's all about, like, the word Satanic Panic comes from she gets caught in this world of Satanism. And I love how they do address that. I know plenty of people that are Satanists. They're vegans. You know, it's just like, and she's like, no, these Satanists are a different sect of Satanists.
Actual people who actually worship demons.
They worship demons, they have sacrifices, they read intestines. Like, I know of folks reading. I read chicken bones. I read palms. They read intestines, fresh intestines. How do they get them? Well, they're going to feed you some stuff to make them blah, blah, blah.
That's like a pagan tradition, so they're pulling that from old times.
Well, everything in this movie was raw. And
intestines?
I mean...
that was good.
Oh, I went in for the dab. You went in for the...
Yo.
Wow.
Why you sitting behind me, though? You making us both look bad. All right, I hit it one time. You get that. I will not overshadow the respect right there. That was good.
You're welcome.
But it's like I'm very surprised. First of all, Rebecca Romijn is in this movie, and I don't really see her as a horror person. I was actually pretty impressed at her performance because she fell right in.
She's actually a very good actress. Like,
I'm not hating on her. Don't make it. I don't want to seem like that.
I don't think she gets as much opportunity to really flex what she can do very often, because I think even now, even as she's hit that age where you think that people would, not be looking at her to just be a pretty face.
Yeah.
But she's still a pretty face though.
Yeah.
And they still
her
tagging her for that.
She started out as a model and she's very statuesque, very beautiful. But people a lot of times hire her because of what she looks like more than her ability.
Yeah. No, it's good. Not a lot of people can work out of that. Yeah, not a lot of people work out of that. I think maybe Brooke Shields is one of the only people I can think of that started off as, well, you're just a face, and then worked their way. Oh, actually, not just Brooke Shields. Mila Jovovich, I think, is a better example.
She's gotten better over time, but she's still not.
But to be fair, she's almost exclusively in her husband's movies.
Yo, why you gotta cut it down? Why you gotta take? I'm trying to give her that respect. You just say like, but actually.
But not to run your career, then sorry.
Just saying.
All right, well,
if you have a husband who's a film director and you want to act, that's the easiest way to get into the business. Hey, boo.
All right, well, Mila, I appreciate you. And Rebecca, I also appreciate you. Her performance in this was dope. Also, you know who really surprised me? Arden Marine, who I'm very used to being just she's like a squeaky comedian.
Yeah, she played Gypsy in this, right?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, and she was just this like really conniving little she is Starscream.
Yes. Only less smart.
Wait.
Like if you got a dumbed down version of Starscream, the way the relationship between Starscream and Megatron, that is the relationship between her and Rebecca Romaine's character.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
gosh.
second
Okay.
banner where it's like, it's very obvious, I want your position. Yes, I'm your loyal number one.
But it's funny.
But it's like Wrecker gonna stab Picard in the back. That's what's happening there.
The moment they tried to execute that coup, and I was like, oh, well, now they're gonna live because y'all are stupid. I was like, the only competent one amongst you is Rebecca Romaine's character.
Yeah. Oh, I thought this movie throws you. Yo, I love how it just throws you lots of fake outs. And now we're having this conversation where we haven't even gotten about one of the 3 rape scenes that should be triggering.
Wait.
That should be triggering.
Should be.
Yes. But they're too hilarious to
Trigger warning.
like. There's like I guess
happening?
trigger warning, like legit trigger warning, because there are rape scenes in this movie, but the way they are portrayed
Things of an occult nature, if that also.
and things of an occult. The occult scenes, very few of them are intense enough to really feel like they have that emotional hit.
Yeah, there's only a couple that viscerally make you go, oh.
Yeah, the only one that I mean, when she called in the quote-unquote boyfriend, when there's a move made to try to get information on the pizza girl that's being hunted. Yeah, and I've seen scenes like that where they were really disturbing, where basically they're bringing in an innocent and then doing horrible things to them, where it's like not even as like a means. Yes, yeah, but I mean,
you don't feel that bad.
But in that moment, I really did fall. You know what it felt like? Do you remember Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, where there was the? All right, well, anyone who's watched more horror movies than It.
I've seen other horror movies. I've watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise.
All right, well, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is, I mean, that whole franchise is just mostly innocent people having horrible things to them. Everyone.
Most of the stuff in it was real, and it was very strange, and I was like, ugh.
I think that's what defined horror in the daytime.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, by the third one, we're dealing with Matthew McConaughey and what's her name? Bridget Jones.
Renee Zellweger.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know she was in it.
Yeah.
I mean, but a lot of people are in horror movies early in their careers.
Yes, they are.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Peter North, his early movies
George
and those
Clooney,
gay movies were horrible. That was a joke that went. But the specific scene I'm talking about is there's this girl, she's just too drugged to save herself. Like, she can literally get up and run out the door, but they've like drugged her and like manipulated, done so much stuff to her. And Matthew McConaughey has this like cybernetic leg attached to a remote, and they just like, you know, keep. Anyways, one scene, like she fought, like they throw her on the ground, and he just puts his foot on her head, and then just keeps hitting the button, so it keeps jerking until you just hear crunch. And I'm like, yo, that traumatized me to this day, and that's what I saw coming when Rebecca Romaine calls this dude in on the couch, and then anyways, there are scenes in this that will affect you, but also the way they're depicted is it's not as extreme as to have that emotional trigger. If you can get past the setup, they won't ruin you.
Yeah, it's
essentially
not
when you see them
in a traumatic way, like,
which I appreciate.
The best movie I think is for like a good example for a movie that was filmed in a way, especially a rape scene that was filmed in a way to traumatize you, was Spit on Your Grave, whereas they put it in the victim's point of view and they make it look as ugly and dirty as possible, and because it's an ugly, dirty unpleasantness, and they make it unpleasant the way it's filmed.
Hard pass.
That's very trigger inducing. Like, watching that movie, but
Strange Days is another one, but this is not that one. This
is filmed as this, like, everything's a little bit of a joke.
Yeah, the rape scene where it's like the rapist is the good guy.
I know.
Like he's trying to rape for benevolent reasons.
It's just weird.
It makes you go all cross-eyed. I'm like, what? How?
I mean, save her life, but at the same time,
I guess you're flipping over the chessboard.
Like, I get it, but at the same time.
But at the same time,
I love when she punches him and he hits her back. And he's like, "See what you made me do? I'm a feminist." And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even going to honor that with thinking about it. I'm gonna let that go.
It's an interesting performance by Jerry O'Connell, who I didn't see.
Clearly not in the assault, but he's trying to stop the ritual.
Yeah, it's a very unique take on it, which I did not expect. I wasn't ready for that.
He tried. No, he doesn't succeed, and for a hilarious reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
But wait, has he raped before?
No.
Okay, so this is
a one-time thing that he's trying to do to stop the ritual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you kind of made it sound like there's a serial rapist raping for good.
No.
She's the virgin sacrifice, and if she's not a virgin, she can't be the sacrifice. So that's what he's trying to do.
Right. But
she doesn't believe him when he's trying to tell.
Oh, this is that whole. She doesn't believe the danger.
He's like, no, they worship demons. They're going to use you as a sacrifice. And he's like, well, just let me do this.
Just hop on this D real quick. Like,
and she's like, no,
me.
you're just a weirdo.
I also feel like in that scene, that falls into that utilizes so many tropes of horror movies where it's like, if he had explained it better, then look, like you said, yo, just get on this real quick. No. Trust me, it's
come on me if you want to live.
It took her an uncomfortably long time to realize. Oh,
sorry,
it just got real.
Yeah, like, we're getting a little too into the weeds. We haven't talked about like a good half of this movie.
Of the movie.
Yeah, because there's when she meets the girl who will be her sidekick for the rest of the movie, who starts off as this really like spoiled, hateful
Rebecca
rich girl.
Romijn's daughter in the movie. Her character is her daughter.
Not essentially, it is her daughter.
It's her daughter.
Yeah.
And that's actually how we came across the second rape scene.
Yeah, that one's an attempted rape.
Yeah.
So far, we've had 2 attempted
rapes. They were gonna kill Rebecca Romijn's daughter with a giant drill bit.
Oh.
Yeah, that part, it was kind of hilarious because it worked. It wasn't just like this ridiculous tool. They had, it was, and the thing is, she turned it on, and it just starts spinning. It stops, and I was just like, oh my god.
I feel so uncomfortable.
My legs were so hard.
The death that resulted in that, though,
was pretty hilarious.
It was, because she just kept moving forward.
Yeah, well, because it's just pulling her. Because that's how
it's a drill. It was one of the greatest.
It had a groove in it.
Yeah,
of course it was one of the greatest horror movie kills I think I've ever seen.
And the drill bit hits the electrical lines inside the wall, and then electrocutes the wall.
Got it.
And it's just like, oh my.
Hold on, let's not ruin any more deaths because
that might be the most fantastical one in it.
I think that's one of my top 10 horror movie kills of all time. I think it was because it was well thought out in layers. It's like you could telegraph that that's how someone's gonna die, but when you actually see it, it just keeps ramping up.
As soon as she walked out the room, I was like, "There's gonna be an accident with that sucker." I'm like, I don't know how,
but
there's gonna be an accident.
Yeah.
With that, you can't have this big phallic symbol walk onto the screen and not something happen with it.
I think what it comes down to is because the amount of conversation we've gotten from this and just and just the way that they've depicted it, where it's like, yes, it uses a lot of horror movie tropes, and yes, you can see a lot of the stuff coming, but when it does, you're still not disappointed. I think that's a very hard thing to achieve. I'm actually very surprised because it doesn't seem like there's no like huge A-listers. If anything, it's like a solid cast of B and C list actors that have come to
actors at the very least.
Yeah. The a couple of people that were in the what do you call it? Like the cultists. Mm-hmm. A couple of those are people you've seen before in like backgrounds of scenes.
Yeah, like they're all those people are character actors. Like,
it was
who pop up in all sorts of places all the time.
And I thought that was cool. People
like,
getting work.
Most of you.
Yeah. AJ Bowen was the boyfriend there. You know, he's a dude. You may know his name and not like know his face. Or know his face, and not know his name. He's a comedian that pops up in like he's like this friend in this. He's this writer in that. You know, and it was all like people working in a working movie.
Yeah.
You know, this was like a check for them that just happened to be this freaking funny ass movie, but still like horrible things happen.
Yeah, definitely horrible things. I think this is a great movie for people who really like horror.
Yeah. And if you don't, this is still
love it. It's still pretty funny.
Yeah.
If you are not at all troubled by crass humor, then you definitely will laugh.
So crass. The only thing that bothered me with this, and I thought there would be a lot more. I was actually surprised this is the only thing.
Wait till you hear what bothered me, but go ahead.
Okay, well, when the dialogue comes out, and I'm like, these are people, well, one, there are people in the general work day, because there's like a few scenes, people in their just general work day at their job, supposedly professional, and then the rest is in this horrible situation where no one's thinking straight, no one's coming off the dome like that, and they go into these like Kevin Smith-esque diatribes, these Tarantino level of like, I'm throwing in detail and references and notations and, you know, callbacks and such, and I'm like, no one's thinking this clearly and crisply, and then no one's this like unnecessarily verbose in their descriptions, and they're going off on these diatribes of, well, this reminds me of blank, and this was blank, and this is not the movie so and so, and blah blah blah. But I will not belong to so and so. I'm getting out of here like blank and this. I'm like, who the hell are these people? Like, no one that. Okay, look, the line is run.
You just run.
End, like, period, you know, or exclamation point rather.
The better phrase.
Yeah, so the dialogue pulled me out of it several times, which is the only real complaint I have. Everything else, I thought the story, which felt like it was a little cheaply laid out at the beginning, when things came back at the end, and there are like 5 or 6 different Chekhov guns in this.
Yeah.
That I was actually impressed the way they worked them back in to where they weren't hokey. They didn't feel cheap. The only thing that felt cheap to me was the end. And even then, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah,
no, it's a horror movie. You know, maybe we've gotten too used to the big hero moments.
Yeah, like sometimes you don't win, but still
yeah,
make it through. And that was hilarious. I was just like, wait, I was so confused. Like, did that just happen?
Yeah, you falling out of frame real quick.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
All right, but okay. So what bothered you? My bad.
Okay.
I talked a lot
so you're
about
gonna think
this.
it's stupid.
Yes, I will.
But yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so in the beginning, when she was about to go and go out on her first like pizza run.
Yeah.
When her boss essentially asked her demanded for the $5.
Yeah,
that bugs me.
That felt real though.
No, but I feel like employers shouldn't do that. They shouldn't charge you for equipment that you need for your job.
No, that's not stupid. You know what that is? Message.
Exactly. That and the fact that, you know, the whole tipping system is terrible.
Yeah, when she said how much she actually makes.
Right. If all employers just paid people a good working wage, they wouldn't be dependent on tips and wouldn't accidentally become human sacrifices.
Yeah, you know, ironically, if employees paid if like people just paid their pizza delivery folks well, their wait staff well, their servers well, their servants well, this would not have been a movie.
It would not.
This would not have been a thing. She'd have been like, you know what, you're not tipping me? Forget you. Away we go.
Terrible.
And Satan wouldn't be called back to this earth. Baphomet wouldn't be being birthed from wombs.
Well, Baphomet didn't. And technically it wasn't Satan that showed up either.
Yeah. That I like that too. They acknowledge there's more than one devil, and they work them in a unique way. Yo, this is a thumbs up for me.
Yeah, no.
This is a surprising thumbs up, because I thought this would be like a corny suck at. No, dude, this was.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was just gonna be. But you know what? I thought the same thing about. Oh God, what's that movie that we did a couple weeks ago?
Which one? We do a lot of pictures here on the Geek.
About the in-laws killing the wife.
Oh, Ready or Not?
Yeah, Ready or Not.
Ready or Not seemed so dumb and turned out to
going
be.
in, and I was like, oh, this is actually awesome.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right about that.
So I don't know. Maybe when I see trailers for horror movies that look corny, I'm like, I should probably watch that now.
So thumbs up for you
too.
too.
Yeah, like I was entertained. So as long as I'm entertained, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's the thing. This movie is entertaining AF, and I think you'll have a great time. Shayna?
Yeah. No.
All right.
Yay.
All right, the movie is Satanic Panic, starring Rebecca Romaine, starring A.J. Bowen, Arden Murray, just a whole slew of people giving impressive performances.
Jerry O'Connor's name is very prominent on the poster, though he dies within 15 minutes.
Oh, you just spoiled. Oh. No, yeah, you're right. Jerry O'Connell just kind of came out of nowhere.
When they put a big name and then you find out that
Scream with Drew Barrymore.
I think the biggest offender though is still Desperado. Quentin Tarantino's name right up front. First thing you see, and he's the first one to die. And I mean like within a minute and a half of the movie starting.
Yeah, and this is the same in this movie, isn't it? He was kind of the first person that we actually see die.
Yes, he is. It was good.